I'm George Lang, and this is Static. My guest today, Erin Austin, is a Denton-based singer-songwriter whose song You Let Me Down is up for a John Lennon Songwriting Award. She's currently working with members of Midlake on her debut album, which is set to be completed this summer, and she's performing today with her husband, Rob Gungor, on the Fender Rhodes. This is Erin Austin.
This year I wanted to start applying for some more festivals, so I submitted to South by Southwest, and then after that I was like, why don't I just submit like once a week to something, anything, and I don't know, you get a lot of no's in this business, so I wasn't surprised if I got lots of no's, but maybe if I submitted once a week, once in a while I'd get a yes. So my brother-in-law, David, was telling me how he was going to submit for this songwriting contest, the John Lennon Songwriting Contest. So I submitted mine, and then he ended up on the side just submitting like a gospel song, and what was it, a couple months later he got a phone call, you won the John Lennon Songwriting Competition for gospel, and then I went and checked my messages, and I had a missed call from them that I had won for pop. And so surprisingly there are two of us in the John Lennon Songwriting Competition this year that are related. I don't know if that's ever happened before, but I started playing when I was 4. I started piano lessons when I was 4. I don't know, I took it the way a lot of kids take it. They just, go to lessons to get the stickers, for doing their assignments. And I didn't take it too seriously, but I always loved to sing, and I would, make up songs, run around the house, and sing these, whatever I was thinking of that day. And I think I wrote my first real song, like sat down, wrote it on paper. I was 9, and I sang it for my dad in the living room of our house, and I'm just, belting it out, and my dad, so proud of me. And I had a big influence from country music because my dad liked that style of music, and he played guitar, so he would, sit around the house playing guitar and singing songs. I mean, he also liked the Beatles, and but the way that he sang was a little bit country sounding, and so I think I just associated singing with a country accent, and so that's what I did. I was a little girl from upstate New York who talked like a girl from upstate New York and then sang with a country accent. I mean, I wanted to study musical theater is what I really was hoping to do. I loved to write, and I loved, to sing, but they didn't even have a musical theater degree at ORU, so I opted for classical voice because that's what I had been studying since I was 12, so it was something I was comfortable with and I could keep doing it. But I really wanted to learn, music theory and the mechanics behind what I was hearing in my head. Like I said earlier, there's like a big separation between, my classical voice and theory and study and like the little kid that ran around the house singing songs she was making up in her head. And so I think marrying the two of those after college was my challenge, I think. I write sad songs easily, and I tried to incorporate some happy songs in there, but for whatever reason they come out, and it deals with a lot of what I was dealing with in the last year. It's moving around a lot. It's trying to figure out what home feels like or where home is. There's also a lot of songs about death. My grandpa died, so there's songs about dealing with that. And Midlake, oh my gosh, I would love to have that kind of sound, but I think my leanings are a little bit more pop. My lyrics are a little I don't use a lot of metaphors, and so I think like I'm pretty straightforward in the lyrics that I say and stuff. So I think I'm hoping that all their musical tastes, since most of them are involved in some facet, I hope that they influence it. Yeah, I really do, because they're pretty amazing. And I like the idea of an organic feel. I don't know, how organic and pop really work together, but I'm hoping that they do for this.